following is a feature presentation of the Replay Sports Channel, the home for great games.
This episode of the Replay Sports Channel is brought to you by Royal Retros, your ultimate one-stop shop representing the teams of the past. Royal Retros has something for you. Every product tells a unique story, and you can be sure that you will stand out from the crowd with something different. Head over to Royal Retros today. Use the code REPLAY to get 10% off your order. The link is provided in the show's description. Tonight, a rivalry with playoff implications. A first-place team coming off a bye week versus a contender looking for redemption. It's the 6-1 San Diego Fleet and the 6-2 Arizona Rattlers under the lights on Sunday Night Football. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Replay Sports Channel's Sunday Night Football. I'm your host, Glenn Walker, and tonight we've got a massive West Division clash. The first-place San Diego Fleet hit the road to face the Arizona Rattlers, a team that already beat them once already this season. With playoff positioning on the line, this one feels more than just any other Week 10 matchup. As you see the standings there, San Diego might be the quietest 6-1 team in the league, but they're built to win tough games. 2 weeks ago, they erased a 15-point deficit against Las Vegas, and that tells you everything you need to know about their identity. They have a controlled offense. They average 365 yards a game. They have the league's best pass protection. The offensive line has just allowed 5 sacks through the first 7 games, only 4 turnovers all season, and they also have an elite run defense. They have allowed just 83.7 yards per game. And it all starts with Josh Allen. He's not just throwing, he's extending plays, running when needed, and protecting the football. That's why this team does not beat itself. Meanwhile, Arizona comes in off a surprising loss to Los Angeles. And the stat that jumps out at you from that game, Aaron Rodgers sacked 10 times. That's not sustainable. The Rattlers offense moved the ball 312 yards but could not finish drives. Arizona has the 4th best offense in the WFL, 390 yards per game, a strong passing attack, 208.6 yards allowed on defense, but they've had some red zone struggles last week. They ended up settling for a lot of field goals. This is a pride game for Arizona's offensive line. If they protect Rodgers, this offense is explosive. If not, it could be another long night. These two teams, as we said in the top, met earlier in the season. Arizona made a statement game. Arizona won that game 37-23. They outgained San Diego 524 yards to 307. Bijan Robinson was the star in that one. 202 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. And they controlled time of possession, having the ball for 37 minutes. Key matchups to watch tonight. Watch the Fleet's run defense versus the Rattlers' ground game. San Diego comes in with the 3rd best running defense. And again, the man to watch for Arizona is Bijan Robinson. Another matchup to watch will be the Rattlers' pass rush versus the Fleet's O-line. Arizona had just 10 sacks last week. San Diego has allowed 5 sacks all season. Red zone efficiency is another area to look at. San Diego's offense, they're solid, 89% success rate in the red zone. Arizona's offense stalled repeatedly last week. San Diego's defense, they struggle in the red zone. They typically allow a 90% scoring rate in the red zone. Other players, we talked about Josh Allen, we talked about Bijan Robinson, and we've also talked about Aaron Rodgers. So San Diego, for them to win, they need to control tempo with the running game and protect Josh Allen. Arizona, for them to win, they also need to establish the run early and put pressure on Josh Allen. We'll get ready to take you out to the stadium. Arizona plays in Ironclad Financial Field. They're going to be wearing teal tonight. That's their third alternate uniform. They're going to be dressed in teal. So we'll get ready to take you out to the announcement crew for tonight's game between San Diego and Arizona. You're watching exclusively here on the Replay Sports Channel. Test one.
The kick from Folk is returned 19 yards by Hollins, St. Ristel on the tackle. Rogers from the pistol. Doubling Mooney at the line. Rogers fades back to pass. Rogers checks down to Robinson. Rogers with the pass to Robinson, incomplete, David on the coverage. Second and 10 from the 22. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers calling signals. Rogers gives to Robinson. 2-yard run by Robinson, Barnett on the tackle. Third and 8 at the 24. Pistol formation. Rogers calls out the signals. Rogers back to pass. Short slant to Mims. Rogers completes the pass to Mims, 9-yard gain, St. Ristel on the stop, first down. Rogers from the pistol. Robinson with the handoff. Robinson on the carry, loss of 1, Jones on the tackle. Pistol formation. Rogers calling an audible. Rogers drops back to pass. Long fly. Rogers completes the pass to Waddle, gain of 29, Gilman on the stop, first down. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers with the give to Robinson. 7-yard gain by Robinson, Allen with the tackle. Second and 3 from the 32. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers hands to Robinson. 4-yard run by Robinson, Jones on the tackle, first down. Rogers from the pistol. The handoff to Estime. Fumble. Estime with the carry, gain of 4, fumble recovered by Brewer, Arizona maintains possession. Second and 6 from the 24. Pistol formation. Rogers is back to pass. Short out pass to Mooney. Rogers to Mooney, 10-yard gain, Reed with the tackle, first down. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers fades back to pass. Medium cross. Rogers to Davis, touchdown Arizona. Pinheiro will try the point after. The kick by Pinheiro is good, Arizona 7, San Diego 0. The kick from Pinheiro is downed by Nixon. First and 10 at the 25. Allen sets up in the pocket. Short hitch. Allen completes the pass to Harris, gain of 9, Wilson on the tackle. Second and 1. Harris with the handoff. Harris the ball carrier, gain of 5, Williams on the tackle, first down. First and 10 from the 39. I formation. Give to Harris. Harris on the sweep, gain of 3, Robinson on the tackle. Arizona faking blitz. Allen calling an audible. Fades back to pass. Medium fly to Hill. Allen to Hill, incomplete. Flag on the play.
Holding, offense, number 72, 10-yard penalty.
Second and 17 at the 32. Allen from the pistol. Allen drops back to pass. Allen is off and running. Allen with a gain of 2 on the play, Williams on the tackle. Third and 15 from the 34. Allen from the pistol. Motion. Allen fades back to pass. Medium crossing pass to Metcalf. Allen completes the pass to Metcalf, 11-yard gain, Terrell with the tackle. Fourth and 4 from the 45. Pistol formation. Man in motion. Allen calls out the signals. Allen fades back to pass. Allen throws deep downfield to Kirk. Allen with the pass to Kirk, gain of 37, Harris on the tackle, first down. Trips left. Allen from the pistol. Allen barks out the signals. Allen drops back to pass. He throws downfield. Allen to Hill, incomplete, Jones with the coverage. Second and 10 at the 18. The handoff to Harris. Harris with the carry, 2-yard gain, Franklin on the tackle. Third and 8 at the 16. Trips right. Allen from the pistol. Back to pass. Allen dumps it to Disley. Allen completes the pass to Disley, 3-yard gain, Harris on the tackle. "31-yard try for Folk. Clean snap from Linderbaum. The snap from Linderbaum. Folk connects from 31 yards, Arizona 7, San Diego 3. Folk to kick off. Rodgers from the pistol. Rodgers fades back to pass. Medium cross to Mooney. Rodgers passes to Mooney, incomplete, penalty on the play.
Offsides, defense, number 95, 5-yard penalty.
Rodgers from the pistol. The handoff to Estime. Estime on the carry, no gain, Kendricks on the tackle. Arizona ahead by 4. Pistol formation. Rodgers at the line. Rodgers gives to Robinson. Robinson on the carry, gain of 6, David on the stop, first down. Rodgers from the pistol. Give to Robinson. With daylight. Robinson with a gain of 40 on the play, Reed on the stop, first down. Rodgers from the pistol. Motion left. Rodgers gives to Estime. Estime on the carry, gain of 5, 2-0 on the tackle. Rodgers from the pistol. Rodgers calls out the signals. Robinson with the handoff. Robinson on the carry, gain of 2, flag on the play.
Offsides, defense, number 95, 5-yard penalty.
Arizona by 4. Pistol formation. Rodgers at the line. Rodgers is back to pass. He passes to Robinson. Rogers to Robinson, gain of 11, David on the tackle, first down. First and goal from the 3. Man in motion. The give to Robinson. Robinson on the carry, touchdown Arizona. Pinheiro will try the point after. The kick by Pinheiro is good, Arizona 14, San Diego 3. The kick from Pinheiro is down by Nixon. Allen back to pass. Medium cross to Higgins. Allen passes to Higgins, gain of 16, Stingley on the tackle, first down. End of the first quarter, Arizona 14, San Diego 3. First and 10 at the 41. Allen fades back to pass. Allen checks down to Hill. Allen throws incomplete to Hill. Allen from the pistol. He fades back to pass. Medium cross to Hill. Allen to Hill, gain of 12, flag on the play.
Holding, offense, number 77, 10-yard penalty.
Pistol formation. Allen drops back to pass. Medium hitch. Allen passes to Hill, gain of 15, Jones on the tackle. Third and 5 at the 46. Pistol formation. Man in motion. Allen sets up in the pocket. Allen throws long to Higgins. Allen throws incomplete to Higgins. Hecker deep in punt formation. Mims waiting inside his own 10. "37-yard punt by Hecker, out of bounds. First and 10. They send a man in motion. Rogers gives to Robinson. Two-yard run by Robinson, Jones on the tackle. Robinson with the handoff. Robinson with the 5-yard run, Forrest with the tackle. Third and 3. Rogers from the pistol. Fades back to pass. Medium slant to Hollins. Rogers throws incomplete to Hollins. Cole from punt formation. "54-yard punt by Cole, return of 7 by Washington." First and 10 from the 29. I formation. Allen fades back to pass. Long in. Allen throws incomplete to Higgins, Stingley with the coverage. San Diego trailing by 11. Second and 10 from the 29. Allen in a pistol formation. Allen with a short drop. Short out to Harris. Allen passes to Harris, incomplete, all on the coverage. Third and 10 from the 29. Pistol formation. Allen fades back to pass. Short out pass to Higgins. Allen completes the pass to Higgins, gain of 7, Stingley with the tackle. Hecker back in punt formation. "51-yard punt by Hecker, return of 6 by Mims." Pistol formation. Rogers sets up in the pocket. Short button hook to McBride. Rogers to McBride, gain of 8, Gilman on the tackle. Second and 2 from the 27. Rogers in a pistol formation. Rogers sets up in the pocket. False. Fumble. Rogers with the carry, touchdown San Diego, fumble recovered by Gilman, return for a San Diego touchdown. The conversion failed, Arizona 14, San Diego 9. Here's the kick from Folk. The kick from Folk is returned 14 yards by Hollins, Sane Ristel on the tackle. Jet sweep with Mims. Mims on the jet sweep, no gain, Reed on the stop. Second and 10 from the 13. Rogers from the pistol. Hand off to Robinson. Robinson with the carry, gain of 2, Jones on the tackle. Third and 8. Rogers from the pistol. He fades back to pass. He checks down to Hollins. Rogers completes the pass to Hollins, flag on the play.
Grabbing the face mask. Defense. Number 24. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Rogers from the pistol. Rogers calls out the signals. Rogers hands to Robinson. Robinson the ball carrier, gain of 9, Forrest on the stop. Arizona ahead by 5. Second and 1 from the 33. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers at the line. Running right. Robinson on the carry, no gain, Jones on the tackle. Third and 1 at the 33. Man in motion. Rogers calls out the signals. The handoff to Robinson. Robinson with the carry, gain of 2, David with the tackle, first down. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers drops back to pass. Short cross to McBride. Rogers completes the pass to McBride, gain of 8, Gilman on the tackle. Second and 2 from the 43. Rogers in a pistol formation. Takes a short drop. Short slant to Davis. Rogers throws incomplete to Davis, St. Ristel on the coverage. Arizona by 5. Third and 2 from the 43. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers pitches right to Robinson. Robinson the ball carrier, gain of 6, St. Ristel on the tackle, first down. Rogers from the pistol. Give to Robinson. Robinson on the carry, gain of 7, Gilman on the tackle. Pistol formation. San Diego faking blitz. Rogers changing the play. Fades back to pass. Rogers checks down to Mims. Rogers to Mims, incomplete, Nixon on the coverage. Third and 3 from the 44. Rogers from the pistol. Current drive, 12 plays, 43 yards. They've used 5:51 on the clock. Rogers fades back to pass. Short outside pass to Mims. Rogers throws incomplete to Mims, Nixon on the coverage. Fourth and 3 from the 44. Rogers from the pistol. They send a man in motion. Rogers making changes at the line. Rogers sets up in the pocket. Short slant to Davis. Rogers passes to Davis, gain of 10, penalty on the play.
Holding, offense, number 56, 10-yard penalty.
Cole to punt. Washington waiting inside his own 10. A 31-yard punt by Cole, out of bounds. Flag on the field.
False start. Offense, number 17, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
First and 15. The handoff to Allgaier. Allgaier on the sweep, 6-yard gain, Franklin on the stop. Second and 9. Trips left. Pistol formation. Allen with a quick drop. Short out pass to Metcalf. Allen to Metcalf, gain of 7, Terrell with the tackle. San Diego trailing by 5. Third and 2. 3:30 in the second. Allen hands to Harris. Harris with a gain of 2 on the play, Franklin on the tackle, first down. San Diego down by 5. Allen pitches right to Allgaier. Allgaier on the pitch, no gain, Williams on the tackle. Pistol formation. Allen calling an audible. Allen fades back to pass. Allen will run. Allen on the carry, gain of 1, Delpit on the tackle. Third and 9. Allen from the pistol. Motion left. Allen with a quick drop. Allen is sacked by Watt, loss of 3. Hecker from punt formation. "53-yard punt by Hecker, 14-yard return by Mims, 2-minute warning." Rodgers from the pistol. Motion. Rodgers back to pass. Medium hitch to Mooney. Rodgers completes the pass to Mooney, 10-yard gain, Reed with the tackle. Arizona hustling to the line. Working without a huddle. Rodgers from the pistol. He fades deep. Long slant to McBride. Rogers to McBride, gain of 22, Forrest on the tackle, first down. Arizona hustling to the line. Working without a huddle. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers drops back to pass. Rogers checks down to Mooney. Rogers passes to Mooney, incomplete, read on the coverage. Rattlers by 5. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers drops back to pass. Short sideline pass to Mims. Rogers completes the pass to Mims, gain of 3, Gilman with the tackle. Rattlers up 5. 3rd and 7 from the 35. 1:01 left in the second. Rogers in a pistol formation. Motion. Rogers fades back to pass. Short out to Hollins. Rogers throws incomplete to Hollins, Williams on the coverage. "53-yard attempt for Pinero. Long attempt for him. The snap from Brewer. Pinero is good from 53, Arizona 17, San Diego 9. The kick from Pinero is downed by Nixon. Hawkinson split outside. Allen from the pistol. Man in motion. Allen sets up in the pocket. Medium out pass. Allen completes the pass to Hawkinson, 10-yard gain, Harris on the tackle, first down. First and 10 from the 35. Hawkinson split out wide. Allen from the pistol. Allen at the line. Allen sets up in the pocket. Medium sideline pass to Hawkinson. Allen to Hawkinson, gain of 14, Harris on the tackle, first down. Allen from the pistol. They send a man in motion. Allen barks out the signals. He fades back to pass. Short out to Hill. Allen completes the pass to Hill, gain of 4, penalty on the play.
Holding, offense, number 77, 10-yard penalty.
Pistol formation. Motion right. Allen drops back to pass. Allen throws downfield to Hawkinson. Allen to Hawkinson, incomplete. San Diego down by 8. Second and 20 at the 39. 0:26 in the second. Allen from the pistol. They send a man in motion. Allen calling signals. He fades back to pass. Long slant to Higgins. Allen to Higgins, incomplete. Stingley with the coverage. San Diego trailing by 8. Third and 20. 0:18 in the second. Allen from the pistol. Motion right. Prevent defense. Allen fades back to pass. Long crossing pattern to Metcalf. Allen to Metcalf, incomplete. Hecker to punt. A 46-yard punt by Hecker, return of 14 by Mims. Rodgers running. End of the first half, Arizona 17, San Diego 9.
Welcome back to Sunday Night Football on the Replay Sports Channel. We've reached halftime in a physical West Division showdown between the San Diego Fleet and the Arizona Rattlers. The Rattlers lead it 17-9. This one kind of playing out the way we expected it. San Diego came in wanting to control the game, but they haven't been able to do that. As we take a look at the halftime statistics, San Diego only 147 yards in offense. Josh Allen, his evening so far, 10 of 18, 129 yards. One glaring statistic that I noticed, 1 of 7 on third down. Arizona doing the things that they needed to set out to do. Bijan Robinson, what a first half he's had. 15 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. And Aaron Rodgers, the offensive line is keeping him protected, giving him time to throw. 11 of 18, 128 yards, 1 touchdown. Arizona has made their presence felt defensively. The pass rush has been disruptive. They've only sacked Allen once, but they have disrupted his passing lanes to his receivers. Lots of missed opportunities for San Diego in the first half. They went for it on fourth down, if you remember, early on and then ended up having to settle for the field goal. Bijan Robinson, a huge factor, flashes of explosiveness in the first half, and he's dominating, just kind of picking up where he left off in week 5. So San Diego at halftime, those adjustments defensively, they need to stop Robinson. That's got to be priority number 1. Get Arizona's offense off the field. So other adjustments, San Diego, they need to stay disciplined. They need to finish drives. And Arizona just continue to score. Not rely on field goals, but to score. You are watching the WFL. WFL utilizes real NFL players and the advanced simulation capabilities of DK Sports Action PC Football. The WFL strives to create a thrilling, strategic, and statistically rich football environment that balances realism with innovation. It's time to take you back down to the field for the second half of San Diego, Arizona, and make sure to join us again post-game as we give you the Replay Sports Channel Player of the Game and tell you about next week's contest.
Here's the kick from Pinero. Allen hands to Harris. Harris with the carry, gain of 6, Franklin on the tackle. Second and 4 from the 31. Allen pitches right to Allgaier. Allgaier on the pitch, gain of 3, Robinson on the stop. Third and 1 from the 34. I formation. Motion. Allen gives to Harris. Harris on the carry, gain of 1, Williams on the tackle, first down. Allen hands to Allgaier. Allgaier with the carry, gain of 5, Delpit on the tackle. San Diego trailing by 8. Pistol formation. Allen fades back to pass. Short out pass to Metcalf. Allen to Metcalf, gain of 9, Terrell on the tackle, first down. from the Allen hands to Allgaier. Allgaier with the carry, 4-yard gain, penalty on the play.
Grabbing the face mask, defense, number 44, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Allen from the pistol. Allen barks out the signals. He sets to throw. Short cross to Luepka. Allen passes to Luepka, 8-yard gain, Franklin on the tackle. Allen calls out the signals. Give to Allgaier. Allgaier on the carry, gain of 2, Tuttle with the tackle. Third and inches. Motion left. Current drive, 9 plays, 53 yards. 4:32 off the clock. Allen gives to Harris. 1-yard run by Harris, Sweat on the tackle, first down. San Diego down 8. The handoff to Harris. Harris with a 3-yard run, Robinson on the tackle. Disley split out wide. Allen from the pistol. Allen at the line. Current drive, 11 plays, 57 yards. 5:59 off the clock. Allen sets up in the pocket. Allen throws to Higgins. Allen completes the pass to Higgins, gain of 10, Stingley on the tackle, first down. Man in motion. Doubling Higgins at the line. Current drive, 12 plays, 67 yards. 6:38 off the clock. Hand off to Harris. Harris on the carry, gain of 3, Farrell on the tackle. Allen from the pistol. Man in motion. Allen sets up in the pocket. Allen throws to Harris. Allen passes to Harris, incomplete, Hall on the coverage. San Diego trailing by 8. Third and goal. They're chewing up the clock. Allen pitches right to Harris. Harris on the carry, gain of 3, Robinson on the tackle. 4th and goal from the 2. Motion right. They're chewing up the clock. Harris with the handoff. Harris with the carry, touchdown San Diego. Folk will try the point after. Folk converts the extra point, Arizona 17, San Diego 16. Here's the kick from Folk. The kick from Folk is returned 15 yards by Hollins, Sain Ristel with the tackle. Estime with the handoff. Estime on the carry, gain of 3, Benito with the tackle. Arizona by 1. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers drops back to pass. Long cross. Rogers is intercepted by Forrest, return of 0.
Upon further review, the ball touched the ground before being secured. Incomplete.
Third and 7. Rogers from the pistol. Man in motion. Rogers back to pass. He checks down to Hollins. Rogers to Hollins, incomplete, Williams with the coverage. Cole back to punt. A 52-yard punt by Cole, return of 30 by Washington. Allen with a deep drop. Screen. Allen to Harris, incomplete. Allen from the pistol. Fades back to pass. He throws to Harris. Allen completes the pass to Harris, gain of 2, Hall with the tackle. Third and 8. Allen from the pistol. Motion. Allen calling signals. Allen with a short drop. Short out pass. Allen completes the pass to Metcalf, gain of 6, Terrell with the tackle. "53-yard try for Folk. This will give them the lead. No easy kick here. Good snap. The snap from Linderbaum. Folk is good from 53, San Diego 19, Arizona 17. Folk boots it. Rodgers from the pistol. Rodgers calls the signals. Rodgers back to pass. Medium into Mooney. Rodgers completes the pass to Mooney, gain of 18, Reed on the tackle, first down. Rattlers down by 2. First and 10 at the 43. 3 o'clock in the third. Pistol formation. The handoff to Estime. Estime with the lane. Estime with the 16-yard run, Gardeck on the tackle, first down. Arizona trailing by 2. Rodgers in a pistol formation. Rodgers fades back to pass. Pass in the flat. Rodgers passes to Estime, gain of 8, David on the stop. Second and 2 at the 33. Pistol formation. Rodgers calling signals. Takes a 5-step drop. Medium into Mooney. Rodgers throws incomplete to Mooney. Penalty on the play.
Holding offense. Number 56, 10-yard penalty.
Second and 12 from the 43. Rodgers from the pistol. Takes a 5-step drop. Screen to Robinson. Rodgers to Robinson, gain of 14, Nixon on the tackle, first down. Rodgers from the pistol. Rodgers fades back to pass. Screen to Robinson. Rodgers completes the pass to Robinson, loss of 3, David on the tackle. End of the third quarter, San Diego 19, Arizona 17.
This telecast is copyrighted by the WFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions or accounts of the game without the WFL's consent is prohibited.
Second and 13 from the 32. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers with a quick drop. Short outside pass to McBride. Rogers to McBride, 12-yard gain, Gilman on the tackle. Arizona trailing by 2. 3rd and 1. Man in motion. Rogers calling an audible. Robinson takes the handoff. Robinson on the carry, gain of 1, Murphy 2 on the tackle, first down.
Upon further review, the runner was stopped short of the first down. No timeout will be charged.
.37-yard kick for Pinheiro. This will give them the lead. The snap from Brewer. Pinheiro connects from 37 yards, Arizona 20, San Diego 19. Pinheiro boots it. The kick from Pinheiro is returned 32 yards by Nixon, Jackson on the tackle. Pistol formation. Allen fades back to pass. He dumps it to Disley. Allen completes the pass to Disley, 2-yard gain, battle on the tackle. Second and 8. Pistol formation. The handoff to Allgaier. Allgaier on the sweep, gain of 6, what on the stop? Third and 2. Allen from the pistol. Allen at the line. Allen fades back to pass. Medium hitch to Higgins. Allen to Higgins, incomplete, Penalty flag. Hecker from punt formation. A 50-yard punt by Hecker, return of 0 by Mims. Rodgers from the pistol. Rodgers barks out the signals. Rodgers fades back to pass. He dumps it to Davis. Rodgers with the pass to Davis, 21-yard gain, Forrest on the tackle, first down. First and 10 from the 28. Rodgers from the pistol. Robinson with the handoff. Robinson on the carry, no gain, Allen on the stop. Arizona by 1. Rodgers from the pistol. He fades back to pass. Short out pass to McBride. Rodgers passes to McBride, incomplete, Gilman with the coverage. Arizona by 1. Third and 10. Rodgers from the pistol. Drops back to pass. Rodgers passes to Hollins. Rodgers throws incomplete to Hollins, Williams
Pass
on the coverage.
interference, defense. Number 24, automatic, first down.
Rodgers from the pistol. He fades back to pass. Short sideline pass. Rodgers passes to Davis, gain of 6, Nixon on the tackle. Arizona by 1. Trips right. Rodgers in a pistol formation. Rodgers calling signals. Takes a 5-step drop. Medium into Hollins. Rodgers to Hollins, gain of 10, Sain Ristel on the tackle, first down. Rodgers from the pistol. He fades back to pass. Screen. Rodgers passes to Robinson, 12-yard gain, Gilman on the tackle, first down. Rodgers from the pistol. Robinson takes the handoff. 2-yard gain by Robinson, Clemens on the tackle. 2nd and 8 from the 30. Rogers from the pistol. He fades back to pass. Screen to Robinson. Rogers to Robinson, 9-yard gain, Forrest on the tackle, first down. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers drops back to pass. Rogers throws underneath to Mims. Rogers completes the pass to Mims, gain of 6, Saint Ristel on the tackle. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers with the give to Robinson. Robinson with a gain of 1 on the play, Jones on the tackle. Third and 3 at the 14. Trips left. McBride out wide. Rogers from the pistol. Man in motion. Rogers at the line. Rogers with a short drop. Short slant. Rogers completes the pass to McBride, gain of 9, Gilman with the tackle, first down. Arizona by 1. Rogers pitches left to Robinson. Robinson on the pitch, loss of 4, Kendricks with the tackle. Second and goal from the 9. Trips right. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers barks out the signals. Current drive, 13 plays, 84 yards. 7:22 off the clock. Rogers with a quick drop. Short out to Davis. Fumble. Rogers completes the pass to Davis, 6-yard gain. Fumble recovered by McBride, Arizona maintains possession. Third and goal from the 3. Trips left. Rogers from the pistol. Rogers back to pass. Short slant to Mims. Rogers with the pass to Mims, touchdown Arizona. Pinero will try the point after. Pinero makes the extra point, Arizona 27, San Diego 19. The kick from Pinero is downed by Nixon. San Diego trailing by 8. Allen from the pistol. Allen back to pass. Short cross to Metcalf. Allen throws incomplete to Metcalf. Terrell on the coverage. Second and 10 at the 25. Trips right. Allen from the pistol. Drops back to pass. Allen throws underneath to Higgins. Allen throws incomplete to Higgins, Stingley on the coverage. Third and 10 at the 25. Trips left. Allen from the pistol. Allen sets up in the pocket. Medium crossing pass to Metcalf. Allen to Metcalf, incomplete, Terrell on the coverage. Hecker deep in punt formation. A 56-yard punt by Hecker, return of 9 by Mims. First and 10. Robinson takes the handoff. Robinson on the carry, no gain, Clemens on the tackle. Rogers slow to the line. Rogers calling signals. Give to Estime. Big hole. Estime with a gain of 13 on the play, Forrest on the stop, first down. First and 10. Rogers hands to Robinson. 3-yard run by Robinson, Kendricks on the tackle. Second and 7 at the 44. 2:12 in the fourth. Slow down offense. The give to Robinson. Robinson the ball carrier, gain of 4, 2-0 on the tackle. Two-minute warning. Third and 3. Rogers calls out the signals. Rogers gives to Estime. Estime with a gain of 2 on the play, Benito on the tackle. Cole will punt. Washington waiting inside his own 10. A 44-yard punt by Cole, out of bounds. San Diego down by 8. Pistol formation. Allen fades deep. Long fly to Hill. Allen throws incomplete to Hill, Jackson on the coverage. San Diego trailing by 8. Allen from the pistol. Fades back to pass. Medium outside pass to Higgins. Allen passes to Higgins, incomplete, Stingley on the coverage. Third and 10 from the 6. Pistol formation. Man in motion. Allen back to pass. Medium slant to Hill. Allen throws incomplete to Hill, Jackson on the coverage. San Diego down 8. 4th and 10. 1:35 in the 4th. Allen from the pistol. Man in motion. Allen calls out the signals. Drops back to pass. Long slant. Allen throws incomplete to Metcalf. Terrell with the coverage.
Interference, defense. Number 24, automatic, first down.
San Diego trailing by 8. 1st and 10 at the 26. 1:30 left in the 4th. Allen from the pistol. They send a man in motion. Allen back to pass. He checks down to Metcalf. Allen to Metcalf, gain of 7, Terrell on the stop. They're in a hurry up. No huddle for San Diego. Allen from the pistol. Allen barks out the signals. Back to pass. Medium outside pass to Metcalf. Allen passes to Metcalf, gain of 5, Terrell on the tackle, first down. Allen from the pistol. Man in motion. Allen at the line. Fades back to pass. Medium out pass. Allen throws incomplete to Hill, Jackson on the coverage.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 17, 10-yard penalty, loss of down.
San Diego down A. Allen from the pistol. Man in motion. Allen calls out the signals. Sets to throw. Allen throws underneath to Kirk. Allen completes the pass to Kirk, 2-yard gain, Jones with the tackle. Timeout, San Diego. San Diego down by 8. 3rd and 18 from the 30. Allen from the pistol. Man in motion. Allen barks out the signals. He fades back to pass. Allen throws to Hill. Allen to Hill, incomplete. Fourth and 18 from the 30. Pistol formation. Motion. Allen from deep in the pocket. Long cross to Metcalf. Allen throws incomplete to Metcalf. Rodgers will go to a knee. Rodgers will go to a knee. Rodgers will take a knee. Arizona 27, San Diego 19.
And the final score from Arizona, in a game that lived up to the hype, Arizona comes out on top in a critical West Division battle. Arizona 27, San Diego 19. For the second time this season, the Rattlers defeat the Fleet, but this one took all 4 quarters. Story of the second half, San Diego comes out on a long drive, 16 plays, 75 yards, taking up 8 minutes and 20 seconds, resulting in a Harris 2-yard run. Puts them back in the ball game. And then San Diego goes on a lengthy drive in the 4th quarter. 15-play, 93-yard drive, 8 minutes, 3 seconds, resulting in Rodgers' 3-yard touchdown pass to Mims, and that was the difference in the game. Aaron Rodgers, our Replay Sports Channel player of the game. His final numbers tonight, 25 of 35, 259 yards, 2 touchdowns. He delivered when it mattered. Looking at those 3rd down conversions, 7 of 14. That late touchdown drive put Arizona in the driver's seat. San Diego did have a final chance, but was unable to move the ball out of their own half of the field. Bijan Robinson lived up to the hype. He finishes the night 23 carries, 101 yards, 1 touchdown. Josh Allen had his struggles tonight. 19 of 39, 180 yards, and a quarterback rating of 61.9. And quite frankly, San Diego was its own worst enemy. 9 penalties for 72 yards, 3 of 15 on third down conversions. And before we sign off, just a reminder, next Sunday night, the Birmingham Americans will travel to San Antonio to take on the Gunslingers in a South Division battle. Thank you so much for watching Replay Sports Channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. This is Glenn Walker. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next time. Have a great one.